As you talk about the epic offensive shootout that was the last meeting between these two teams, and that could be what we have on deck here tonight, because both head coaches say that the strength of their teams is the offense. For Lower Richland, that's because they're returning their entire offensive line from a season ago. And for Lugoff-Elgin, that's in literal strength. Head coach of the Demons, Jarvis Littlejohn, says that coming into the spring, he only had one player who could squat more than 500 pounds. He now has 10 able to do so, with another 25 squatting over 400 pounds. It'll be strength versus strength here tonight as both teams look to open their season strong. Well, guys, it's not every day that when you ask a coach about a player that their immediate comparison is to the greatest of all time. But that's the comp head coach Ken Floyd had for his quarterback, Roper Wensky, when I asked about him earning that starting role back when he was a sophomore. Floyd said, well, it's kind of like a Drew Bledsoe, Tom Brady situation. At the time, their senior quarterback went down with an ankle injury and had to come out. He recalls the Falcons were down by 2 or 3 scores at the time, but Roper brought them back to finish within 1 point, saying that's when it was evident that he was something special. Floyd says Roper had a great next game, and the rest was history.
And just like that, having a great night tonight, too. With his legs that time, he ran the ball to within about a yard of the first down.
Guys, a player to keep your eye on tonight for Lugoff-Elgin is offensive lineman Keelan Hammond, down in the trenches wearing number 55. Hammond is very motivated coming into his senior season after missing a bulk of last year with a knee injury. His head coach, Jarvis Littlejohn, said that he believes the injury prevented college teams from seeing what he was truly capable of. But now the 6'5", 310-pounder is healthy and eager to earn himself a collegiate offer. Guys, football coaches often talk about they want to invest in their players' futures, both on and off the field. Well, Lower Richland's head coach Marlon Taylor is taking that literally. Over the summer, Coach Taylor brought in a banking representative to talk to his team about financial literacy. The Hornets did financial simulations where they had salaries, spouses, kids, and of course, bills to get better understanding of managing money as adults. Taylor says he got a good laugh at watching his players walk away shocked at the cost of their cell phones, rent, and car insurance. But he also found his team's motto for the season: invest. Taylor says it's all about putting in more to get a good return, and that everything that comes to Lower Richland this season will be earned. Guys, thanks, guys. All right, Coach, when it mattered most, your defense came up with a huge 4th down stop in the red zone. Your young quarterback, who you said earned that starting role, marched you down the field to provide much-needed insurance points for you. What can you say about your team's ability to close it out?
We worked hard. This team right here is so resilient.
Coach, 4 touchdowns in the first quarter, efficiency on both sides. What do you think was working well for you guys on that front?
I think our guys were just excited to play, and they're putting the best foot forward so far.
Chapin started to get some momentum there at the end of the half, but you guys were able to come up with the interception for the stop. What's going to be the message to make sure you come out with that same speed in the second half?
We just got to refocus,
You talked to me yesterday about the words relentless and effort. What do you need from them on that front?
Both, and a lot more of it.
Coach, big night tonight. Started down 9-0, turns into a 19-point victory. What does that tell you about the mental toughness of this team?
We started off a little slow, and it was getting kind of scary there.
Chloe, after the game yesterday, a lot of you were talking about in practice today, you want to reestablish that chemistry, get back in sync. What does that look like? Is that more of just an internal motivation, conversations you're having with each other, or is it something physically that you guys will work out in practice today?
I feel like it's a little bit of both.
What can you say about being able to dig deep in those close scoring games and still come out on top?
I honestly think we spoiled them last year. I think, that undefeated season, they expect that to happen this year, but it's a whole new team.
So in that way, how does this Final Four feel different for you personally?
It means so much to me because, like I said, it was not easy. Like, we had to fight for these wins.
UConn and the Huskies are 1 game away from securing the program's 12th national championship. Gino Auriemma, well, he's 11-1 in the title games. That one loss handed down by none other than South Carolina back in 2022. The UConn Huskies just finished cutting down the net after winning the program's 12th national championship over the defending champion South Carolina Gamecocks 82-59. A storybook ending for Paige Becker's career as the senior gets to walk away a national champion right before she's expected to be the #1 pick in the WNBA draft.